Welcome to Pine&3G's texture pack review of Elveland.
By renanslk.
Wow, you're really bad at that.
Don't know how to say it, but that doesn't matter. It'll be in the description. You guys can see it and try it for yourselves. So here we're going to start on the menu. You know, I always like when they do their own menu. However, this really bright background and the white lettering does not work. This is almost unreadable. So, but I do like all this, and when you come in here, I like all this. Just this, I really don't like.
Well, at least they tried, right?
Something, but sometimes sometimes nothing is better.
Okay, so let's see what we have here.
Ooh, I'm liking it already.
Alright, so how many of these can we identify?
Identifying. Well, I think ores are very important to identify, and these are all fairly obvious. These are a little bit similar, but I think you can kind of get used to that, and at first glance I can see it as well.
Right, the difference between them.
Yeah, wools, a little textury, but pretty standard going across the board, pretty good looking for everything. What are some of our harder blocks to identify? What is this? This is chiseled, whatever it's called. Yep, chiseled stone brick. So I mean, doing pretty good with most of the blocks actually for identifiability. Is there any that I can't identify? Is the real question.
I don't know. Is there?
We might find some while running around a little bit, but so far these are all fairly obvious. These are a little bit difficult. What is this? Dirt?
Oh, that's a little odd.
A little funny. And what's this? Mycelium? Oh, mycelium is usually like purple, so that's a little weird. So, but for the most part, really good.
Okay, so let's take a step back and look at just the overall aesthetics of this.
The aesthetics.
So let's see. Being Elveland, I assume that they want it to be kind of like fairy tale.
Kind of mystic.
Elfish, like Lord of the Rings kind of.
Almost, yeah, kind of in that sense. And I would say I'm getting that.
Right.
But that's a little bit of theme we're looking at. I think we can try to look going over here to the flower forest and checking that out.
And see how the aesthetics are. The flowers were looking pretty good from the little glance I got of them.
Yeah, from their little things we see.
Whoa,
I don't know
beautiful blue sky.
I don't know why our load times are so long. Alright, here we go.
See, these flowers look good.
Yeah, for the general aesthetics, the blocks are fitting together very well. They do flow.
Let's look close at one of these flowers.
Just check them out.
Yeah.
What are you, like
A daisy.
a daisy, obviously.
Yeah, no, it's a nice looking flower.
Yeah? Do you know what flower this is?
A lilac.
How did you know? Okay, but for the most part, the aesthetics are looking really good. I am enjoying this pack quite a bit.
No, it looks very nice. It's really defined with the kind of like dark outlines of everything.
And the blocks are flowing together fairly well.
And the blocks are really detailed.
There are. You can look at these and there's a lot of work going into these.
Like you said, the wool was very textured, but it's almost like they wanted it to make like it look blocky by putting little blocks within it.
Like, I want to use a different word besides texture, but like in real life, if you were to rub your hand on the carpet, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at it.
Yeah.
It looks rough, and this looks much smoother, especially this. It looks, I guess shiny, obviously, but it looks like almost glassy and smooth.
I know we already talked or touched upon theme a little bit, but let's go a little bit more in depth.
So theme, what would we call it? Kind of a little bit mystic, like we were saying. Not necessarily realistic, but like more.
I don't know where you're going with realistic. But
I don't know where I'm going.
Like dark, like things are outlined kind of dark.
Yeah.
I think that kind of gives it the feel, a lot of like earth tones.
Right here, I think almost exemplifies it.
Like a lot of stuff that looks kind of bolder is like what you'd expect.
Almost bolder, yeah.
If you went to Elfland.
Yeah, and like the paintings are all the same. However, these borders are here, which does add a lot to it, and that is an important detail.
Right.
And in my opinion, that counts as doing the paintings if they put those on there, because they're like, okay, we want the same Minecraft feel with the same paintings. However, we want to change it up and add our twist on it, so we put the borders around them.
Right. All right. Let's go talk about transferability.
Oh, I like this guy a lot. You know, iron golems are always like kind of hit and miss. I like this one. He's looking pretty good, like a little Cyclops guy.
He's very blocky.
Yeah. Okay, transferability. This building kind of looks just about the same as usual.
Kind of. The roof is a little odd.
A little funnier, maybe not quite as good.
With that wood having the lines go in 2 different directions.
Yeah, it's a little bit funny. Let's check the inside. That helps a little bit. I do like the windows.
No, those are cool. Definitely within theme.
They definitely improve upon this house, but that's just this house. Other houses, I bet if you have like an office building, this does not look good.
Right. But for a wooden house, it fits pretty well.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
My little shop guy, he looks pretty. Oh my gosh, what is he?
He's blue.
He's an angry little man. But the shop itself looks pretty good. This little, I don't really even know what to call this, looks pretty solid also.
Right. I'm liking like the detail. You don't like it so much.
I mean, what I'm thinking is this texture in vanilla is fairly smooth and like flat. I've seen other texture packs do this, but it just makes it not transferable. It might be a prettier block this way, but with a lot of things being built out of the hardened clay, it's not as transferable,
Right.
especially with these lines.
Okay.
This worked well. Let's go to our NPC village for like our pretty standard, pretty good looking.
I'd say that transferred pretty well.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Let's go check out some other places.
Some more places. An important one, mines, because that's where you spend most of your game. And it does look pretty good.
I mean, pretty standard. I like that.
Standard.
It's a little smoother than normal.
Yeah.
I think that's nice.
Not too much going on that'll like mess with you. Ooh, we haven't checked out mobs. I totally forgot about them. That's a big one.
Okay, let's go do it.
We are stuck in the cobwebs. And so let's go to our little mob area. Looking pretty good. The fire, I like the way the fire looks.
That's a very nice touch.
Yeah, different little texture, I guess, on that one.
So there we go again with the detailed floor. At least with all those
Yeah.
really detailed blocks, they all match.
Yeah, my thing, like with transferable here, you can see it. These are very similar blocks, coal and like black hardened clay, but here,
Yeah, definitely.
it just doesn't work.
Ruins the flow.
Ooh, I like the mushrooms. Oh, that's all we're getting right now. Oh, there's a creeper. So he just looks more textured. Yeah, red eyes.
A little scary.
Yeah, he looks angrier than your normal creeper. Ooh, a witch? Wait, is that guy a witch? I don't know. But these guys are not pretty looking. But it does fit the theme, I think. Slimes and magma slimes. I think he looks
It's
the
like
same.
flashing.
Oh, it's because he's suffocating.
Oh, poor guy.
What do we get here? Just a standard zombie, if he'd look at us. Maybe in a moment. Hide that. And, ooh, I like the skeleton. The way they have, like, the teeth coming down like that. Kind of hard to see. And I do like the bows and stuff, too. Looking good.
Okay, so we just did mobs. That kind of touches on completeness. We already touched upon the paintings.
Yeah.
Do you want to go down into the Nether?
Go into the Nether? Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to check out.
So let's see how it's going to rate.
Ooh, lava's a little bit bright for the Nether.
That's a little hard on your eyes.
Yeah, just don't look down. Nether fortress and the ground. It looks pretty good as normal. I mean, the soul sand too.
That was solid.
Are these little skulls on here?
I don't think so. I think it's just
I don't know.
textured.
Maybe from the top.
It could be.
That's maybe. If it is, awesome. If it isn't, it doesn't matter that much.
Yep.
But this does look pretty good. The glowstone does fit in here. That's something I was a little bit worried about with the borders on it. But I guess these reds does flow with this red, and it makes it seem kind of natural.
Alright, let's return to our little home base.
And one more thing I want to do before we tally up our scores is just thumb through our kind of like the sprites or whatever you want to call them, whatever you see on your item frame. So like kind of just looking through these. I mean, looking pretty good just for the most part.
Yeah.
Seeing that they're all at least maybe updated or something, you know?
They look pretty, thorough.
Yeah, very thorough. I mean, this almost looks the same, but you can tell it's different just because of how smooth that is.
Right.
which I like, because sometimes redstone, they make it look way different, but this is the same thing, just prettier. And really, that's actually a plus for this, because almost all of these, it looks exactly the same, just prettier. Which other times, they change up the way, I don't know, redstone, or this looks, or whatever, and it's just kind of hard to tell. Swords are always fun to look at. And armor.
Alright, let's go tally up our scores.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Alright, and we are back with the final score.
Alright, let's check them out. So, Elveland D got mixed up there by renanslk. So, Identifiable, 4.5, almost perfect on here. Some of the blocks not quite perfect, like kind of hard to tell what they were, but almost top notch.
Alright, aesthetics, 4.5. I mean, it looks really good. The blocks are very pretty. Like,
It's just in general, it's appealing to the eye, and the blocks, it's just very well done.
yeah, it is very well done.
Going into well done theme, the blocks work together excellently. I don't know how much they could have done differently to get it to flow better. I was thinking about it. I don't like giving 5s because it's just the perfect score, but I don't know where they could have improved upon here. So
Right, and it makes you feel like you are an elf living in Elfland. Like,
I agree.
It really does with the mystic thing.
Completely agree. Transferable though, losing some points there.
It's really detailed.
Yeah.
If you were to build with it, I'm sure you could build some really neat things with the detailed blocks.
However, they just don't necessarily work if you have your structure already built.
Right.
And then completeness, I think every single thing was retextured, done, and it all flowed to like it.
Right.
It felt like it was complete also.
I mean, we got like the big ones, the paintings.
I mean, even if you look
Blocks.
here, the edges of this book kind of feel worn and torn like you'd expect
Right.
from like in The Hobbit or something, you know?
Yep, the flowers, the water, the lava, it's all done.
One more thing I totally forgot to say, aesthetics. Just remember the opening thing when it was hard to look at it. That's where you lose points.
Yeah. But
Yeah, forgot about that. It started low, but then it went all the way up here for our new record for us at 90.5%.
good job.
Yeah, excellent job. Alright, thanks for watching, you guys.